Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Today we're looking at the Demon Barber, but before we do that, a quick word from our sponsors.
PCBWay are proud sponsors of the channel. They offer industry-leading 3D printing services covering all types of materials and processes. They also offer industry-leading online CNC machine services from milling, machining, and turning in all the materials you could possibly need. They also offer a fully online prototyping PCB service. Everything from assembly through to design, you can do it all online with an easy system to use for quality. So for all of your needs, check out PCBWay in the link in the video description.
Right, so as you've been aware, we also have a new sponsor on this channel, Sunlu. Now, we're super happy about this for the reason being is Sunlu is what we always use. So now, the fact that we've got them as a sponsor, it's perfect for us, perfect. So this is all resin, all done in Sunlu. Right, I came across this model on a Facebook group. I then hunted down where it was from. Some CA Sculpts, I think it was. I sent a picture of this file that I found to my barber, who's a friend of mine, and he immediately went, I want one for the shop. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for you. Now, I think this is one of the models I've been the most happiest with for a while. Don't get me wrong, the files on this were appalling. There was faults on every part of this model. We tried repairing it in Chitu box. It wouldn't repair. We ended up having to put it into Mesh Mixer, I think it was we used, on NetFab, one of the two, I can't remember. And we had to repair every file and then export them. So that took a while. But once we'd repaired them, it printed fine. There's actually a lot of parts to this model as well. So with Sweeny Todd, his feet are separate, his legs are separate, his torso separate, his arms are separate, the hands are separate, and the head's separate. He's literally completely cut up. The chair, there's a hell of a lot of pieces to the chair. Maybe 10 or 12 pieces to the chair. And the base prints in 2 pieces. And most of this model is hollowed. He's completely hollowed. The base is hollowed. The bottom and the back of the chair are hollowed, but all the rest of it is printed solid because there was nowhere really to hide drain holes and stuff like that. So they weren't massive pieces, so I printed them solid. Painting this, I thoroughly enjoyed every second of painting this model. The trousers look amazing. If you remember, I think it was Penguin I did. No, Joker, who had pinstripe checked trousers that came out really well. This is the same. The file itself, the pinstripes are just ever so slightly raised, so it's really easy and really quick to do, but looks amazing because all you're basically doing is just coating the entire thing with whatever base colour you want to use, and then it's a dry brush to go over the top of that to just pull out the pinstripes. With stuff like the white shirt, painted that white and then went over it with a contrast paint, which I've Apothecary white, I think it is, and went over it, and that just gives it an ever so not a clean white. It gives it a used white effect, if you like. Skin tone, usual skin tone I do, which is which is a point I'm going to make actually. So this is what I usually use for skin tone. But getting hold of these now is like getting hold of gold dust. So you'll see in a model we've got coming up, I've actually changed the skin tone and used a different way. Just as I changed the skin tone and bought the paints I wanted to do the skin tone the way I was going to do it, James found these and bought 3 of them. So, cool. So now we've got 2 ways of doing it, and it also means that James is going to keep one of the sets and he's going to learn how to do the skin tone properly, which will be fun. But, you know. Right, so back to this. Once I'd painted everything, what I did was blood effect. So I used 2 different blood effects on this. It's Green Stuff Weld, it's True Blood and Coagulated Blood. I actually prefer the look of the coagulated blood. I think it's more lifelike. So the coagulated blood, as you'll see on the close-ups, is the very dark stuff. And it makes pooling blood and stuff like that really good. The True Blood is a lot lighter, which you can add and then sort of smear, basically, and that looks good. What I then did is loaded up a brush with the blood, heavily loaded it up, and then used my empty airbrush and blew the blood effect off the brush, and it sprays all over the model and gives you that blood splatter effect. So let's do a quick 360 on the model now. So as you can see, I really love this model. It looks like Johnny Depp. I hate the Johnny Depp film because it's a musical, and I hate musicals with a passion. I much prefer the Ray Winston version, which is a film. But when my wife saw this, she was like, "Oh, I want to watch a film. I want to watch a film." Longest 2 hours of my life. I hate musicals. But this model, I do truly love. I wish I was keeping it, but it deserves to go in a barber shop, really. So once we finish filming this, I'll be dropping it off and saying goodbye to it, which is a shame, really, because I really do love this model. And as usual with Sunlu resin, it printed perfect. It printed perfect. After a couple of goes, once we realised the files were pooling and all had to be repaired, but once they were repaired, printed perfectly. This was actually printed on my mag forms. On about 3 build plates, I think it was. 3 build plates, something like that. But yeah, I do really love it. And this, you'll notice I'm using the very dark blackest black on my bases still. I like that. The base is nothing to me. Like it's, and I feel like when I use this like blackest black, it sort of almost disappears, if you like, and focuses on the part of the model you're supposed to be looking at, which is the model. So I do like that. I just love how bloody this is. I just love the blood effects on this. I think it's really cool. I hope you like it too. And I hope my barber likes it, which, knowing what his barbershop's like, this is going to fit in perfect in that shop. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. It does us a favour. There's also a link for Sunlu. It is an affiliate link, so we get a little bit of a kickback if you buy their resin or their filament through the link. Doesn't cost you any more, just helps the channel out a little bit. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.